a coalition of Latino organizations. And our job was to bring together those Latino organizations and meet and serve as a council for the community, so to speak, right? That, there were employment programs. El Centro was part of it. There's a group that was called Mujer, that was for women, and there were government groups involved in it, like Image. So it was a coalition of several governmental and human service organizations. Concilio was another one. And so we were to meet and talk about what some of the pressing issues were, and then begin to do something, take some public actions to try to get these things to identify some goals and then work on them. And then we also sponsored Fiestas Patrias. Concilio was the one that really started Fiestas Patrias. And we published La Voz. I don't know if you're familiar with La Voz, but it was kind of a small community magazine, or basically a small newsletter. And we turned it into first a glossy publication, a magazine, and then a newspaper. And one year we won a national award from the nation for just publication, for quality journalism and publications. And so it was really quite useful. I think people really did enjoy having a publication that spoke to many of the issues that we're dealing with, and such as discrimination or employment. We put a lot of time into employment, trying to get Latinos hired in government and other places, but we spent a lot of time with employment in the city of Seattle and getting the city to be more responsive, because our community was growing, really beginning to grow at the time. In the 80s was when we really started seeing the first real surge of a Latino community, one that was growing and beginning to grow rapidly. And so there were, a lot more issues, but a lot of time in government we felt like we were just not being considered even. And so we began to do some things to force the issue. With a few, like with the Seattle School District and with the City of Seattle. We really made some efforts there to get the school superintendent and the mayor of the city to be more responsive to hiring Latinos.